My dear children, come now and rest in my presence. Be still before me, for I am near. Let the noise of the world fade like a distant echo, and let the gentle stillness of my spirit fill the space around you. Imagine the soft glow of candlelight dancing upon stone walls, the quiet air of a chapel at dawn, where the light of morning spills through stained glass, painting the floor with colors of heaven. Feel that peace, my child. It is me, I am here. You have come weary, your spirit dry, your heart heavy. You have walked through seasons where the fire of your faith felt dim, where prayer seemed to echo back in silence. But even now, in this moment, I am with you. I am not far. I am not silent. I am here to breathe life into what feels empty, to pour living water into the well of your soul. Do you hear it, my dear children? The quiet chime of my voice deep within your heart? It is the sound of hope stirring again. It is the whisper of renewal, of strength rising from within. For when you feel weakest, when your spirit trembles and your heart feels like a dry desert, that is where my strength begins to flow. That is where I draw near. Come closer, my dear ones. Sit in the stillness of my love. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are mine, and I will fill you again with living water that never runs dry. My dear children, I have seen your weariness. I have felt your sighs when your prayers seem unanswered, when your joy feels distant. You may say in your heart, Lord, I am empty. I have nothing left to give. But I tell you, it is in that very emptiness that I do my deepest work. You are not alone in this dryness. Even my beloved servants of old knew the desert places, Elijah beneath the broom tree, David crying from the cave, and my son in the wilderness. Yet from every wilderness I brought forth renewal. From every dry ground I caused rivers to flow. So hear me, my dear children. This message is for the one who feels faint inside, whose spirit has lost its flame. I speak to you now to remind you that I am your strength when you have none. I am the fountain when your well has run dry. I am the breath of life that revives what seems broken. Stay with me now. Do not rush away. Let this be a holy moment between your heart and mine. For I desire to renew you not from the outside, but from the very depths of your being. My dear children, listen closely. My strength does not depend on your strength. My spirit is not hindered by your weakness. In fact, it is in your weakness that my power is revealed. I know that sometimes you feel as though your spirit has lost its light, like a lamp whose oil has run out. You wake up and feel distant from the joy you once knew. The prayers that once flowed like rivers now feel like drops from a stone. You wonder if I still see you, if I still care. But hear me. I am not a distant God. I am the Father who kneels beside the empty well of your heart, lowering the bucket of my mercy into its depths until the water rises again. For I have said in my word, I will strengthen you with power through my Spirit in your inner being. That is my promise to you, my dear children, and I do not break my promises. Your soul may feel barren, but I see beneath the surface. Beneath the cracked earth of your weariness, there are roots of faith still alive, still reaching for the water I provide. And I am sending my living water now. Let it flow into you. Let it rise up and overflow. Do not be afraid of your weakness. Do not despise your emptiness. For when you have nothing left, I have everything you need. My grace fills the places where you feel most fragile. My power rests upon the shoulders of those who lean into me. Think of the dry well, my dear children, the one that stands in the heat of the sun, empty and forgotten. But then the clouds gather, and the rain falls, and the dry stone walls begin to echo again with the sound of life returning. That is what I do in you. I send my Spirit like a gentle rain to fill the well again. I fill your silence with my voice. I fill your despair with my peace. I see when your heart is heavy with regret, when shame whispers that you are unworthy of my touch. But I tell you, you are not beyond my mercy. I am the one who restores, who makes new, who takes the cracked vessel and fills it until it overflows with grace. When you feel too weak to pray, just breathe my name. When your words fail, I will speak for you through my Spirit. When your faith flickers, I will shield it with my hand until it burns bright again. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Remember that, my dear children. My strength does not wait for you to become strong. It moves through your surrender, through your trust, through the quiet yes of your heart. You have not failed me by feeling weak. You have not disappointed me by feeling empty. You have simply come to the place where you must depend on me, and that is the safest place to be. Let my peace now wash over you like gentle waves upon the shore. Feel the weight lifting, the burden easing, the fear dissolving in my love. You are not walking alone through this valley. I am with you every step, every breath, every tear. Even when you cannot see me, I am working within you. Even when you do not feel my presence, I am shaping your spirit for strength. I am teaching you to draw not from the wells of this world, but from the living water that flows from my heart to yours. My dear children, lift your eyes. Do not look only at your weakness. Look to me, the source of your strength. I am the river that never runs dry. I am the spring that never ceases to flow. You are like the garden that has endured the drought, yet even now I am sending rain. You will blossom again. Joy will return. Peace will settle over you like morning dew upon the grass. Stay close to me. Let me fill you daily. For just as a well must be drawn from to remain pure and living, so must you draw from my Spirit each day. Come to me in quietness, and I will refresh you. Open your heart to my word, and I will speak life into your dry places. You are my beloved, and I take delight in you. Even in your weariness, I see beauty. Even in your silence, I hear your heart. So rest now, my dear children. Rest in my arms. Let me be your strength. Let me be your hope. Let me be your water in the desert. I am pouring into you now peace, renewal, and joy. You may not see it yet, but deep within, I am filling you again with my living Spirit. When you rise from this moment, know that you do not rise alone. You rise in my strength, not your own. You walk in my love, not your striving. You move forward with a heart renewed by grace. My dear children, draw nearer still. Do not be afraid of the quiet. It is in the stillness that I do my greatest work. When your heart grows silent before me, you make space for my Spirit to move, to heal, to strengthen, to awaken what has been sleeping within you. You have walked through days when your faith felt like sand slipping through your fingers, when hope seemed like a distant shore. But I tell you this, even when you could not feel me, I was carrying you. Even when you did not see the path, I was lighting each step ahead. I have never left your side, not for a single heartbeat. I know the depth of your longing. I know how you crave to feel my presence again, to sense my nearness as you once did. My dear children, I have not withdrawn my love from you. My presence has not faded away. I am simply calling you deeper, beyond the surface waters where emotion drifts, into the deeper well of abiding faith, the place where trust is born in quiet surrender. There, in the depths of stillness, I strengthen you. There, I pour into you a peace that the world cannot touch. Do not seek merely to feel, seek to trust. For trust is the anchor that holds even when the waves of emotion rise and fall. I have designed your soul to be filled by my Spirit alone. No worldly pleasure, no earthly comfort, no fleeting joy can satisfy the emptiness you feel. That space within you was made for me, a sacred well meant to hold my living water. And when it grows dry, it is only my presence that can fill it again. Imagine, my dear children, a well in the middle of the desert. Its stones are cracked, its bucket covered in dust. For a time it seems forgotten, but deep below, the aquifer of life still flows unseen. When the time is right, I break open the ground, and the waters rise, filling it again. So too with your soul. You may see dryness, but I see depth. You may see emptiness, but I see potential for overflow. Let my Spirit begin to flow again within you now. Breathe slowly and know that I am breathing in you. Feel the quiet renewal in your heart as I restore your strength, as I refill the well of your soul. For I have promised, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. You were not meant to crawl through life in despair. You were made to rise, to soar, to shine with my glory. The weakness you feel is not failure. It is invitation. It is the doorway through which my power enters. When you come to the end of your own strength, that is where mine begins to flow without limit. When your hands fall empty, I fill them with grace. When your heart trembles with uncertainty, I wrap it with peace. My dear children, you have carried burdens too heavy for you. Lay them down now. Let go of what you cannot fix. Let go of what you cannot understand. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world, only to walk with me one step at a time, trusting that I hold all things in my hands. I am not ashamed of your tears. Every tear you have shed has fallen into my palm. Every sigh of exhaustion has reached my heart. I am the Father who bends low to comfort his children, who binds the wounds you do not even show the world. I am the one who will not crush a bruised reed or snuff out a faint flame. I will nurture you back to life, gently and faithfully, until you are strong again. When the night feels endless, remember that dawn always comes. When your heart feels dry, remember that rain will fall again. When your spirit feels faint, remember that I, your Lord, do not grow weary. I am your everlasting strength. Let my word soak into your soul as the rain soaks the earth. I will strengthen you with power through my Spirit in your inner being. This promise is alive right now. It is not distant or delayed. I am pouring out that power upon you even as you listen. You do not need to strive to receive it. Simply open your heart. My strength flows not through effort, but through surrender. My power moves not through noise, but through trust. Be still, my dear children, and know that I am God. In the quiet of this moment, feel my hands upon your shoulders, steady, sure, loving. Feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you like the first sunlight after a long storm. I am drying your tears. I am calming the tremor in your heart. I am restoring the rhythm of peace to your soul. Soon, what felt barren will blossom. Soon, what seemed lifeless will breathe again. You will feel my spirit rising within you like spring water, fresh and pure. And from that well, others will drink. Through your healing, others will find hope. Through your restoration, others will see my faithfulness. My dear children, let me remind you of something precious. I have never been disappointed in your weakness. I have only ever been moved with compassion by it. For in your weakness, I see your need for me, and I delight to fill it. I take no joy in your struggle, but I rejoice when you allow me to carry you through it. So trust me again. Take my hand and walk with me through this valley. You will see that what seemed like emptiness was actually preparation, a holy space for new growth, new strength, new intimacy with me. The dryness of your soul will not last forever. The river of my spirit flows even now, unseen but unstoppable, beneath the surface of your heart. Rest in that truth, my dear children, rest in me. For when you are weak, then you are strong, because I am your strength. Let my peace fill you like sunlight fills a dark room. Let hope take root again, pushing through the soil of sorrow, stretching toward the light. Let joy return, slow and gentle, like the dawn that follows a long night. I am not done with you. I am not distant. I am here, your Father, your strength, your living water, and I will never stop pouring myself into you. My dear children, remain in this quiet stillness. Do not rush away from my presence. The world is always in a hurry, always chasing, always reaching. But I invite you to rest, to breathe, to simply be with me. For when you are still before me, your soul begins to remember its true rhythm, the rhythm of peace that was written into your being before time began. You were not made to live in constant striving or spiritual exhaustion. You were made for communion, for the deep, abiding connection of your heart to mine. You were created to walk with me in the cool of the day, to hear my voice whisper truth and comfort into your spirit. The dryness you feel now is not your end, my dear children. It is only the space where I will begin again. I am the one who revives. I am the one who restores. I am the one who takes what seems broken and makes it beautiful again. You may feel as though your soul has cracked under the weight of worry or disappointment, but I am pouring living water into those cracks, and through them, new life will spring forth. For even the cracks become channels of grace when they are surrendered to me. You have looked at your weakness and said, Lord, I am not enough. But I say to you, you are mine, and I am enough for you. You have seen your lack of strength as failure, but I see it as invitation, an open door through which my spirit may enter. I do not need your perfection, only your permission. Allow me to fill the emptiness. Allow me to renew the flame that flickers low. My dear children, when you walk through days of spiritual dryness, do not despair. These seasons are not punishment. They are preparation. They are the sacred soil where endurance grows, where your roots sink deeper into faith. A tree that stands through drought learns where to find the hidden water. And so will you. The well may seem dry, but deep beneath my spirit is flowing. The spring has not ceased. It is simply waiting for you to draw again. Come to me with your weariness, your uncertainty, your questions, and I will meet you there. You do not need the perfect prayer. A single whisper of, "Lord, I need you," is enough to open the floodgates of my mercy. Do not measure my presence by what you feel. Feelings change like the wind, but I do not change. My love for you is constant, steady, unshakable. Even when your heart feels cold, I am the fire still burning beneath the ashes. Even when you see no fruit, I am nurturing growth unseen beneath the soil of your soul. I have said in my word, out of your innermost being shall flow rivers of living water. That river is not gone, my dear children. It is only waiting to be stirred again by faith. Speak to me, even in your dryness. Sing to me, even when your voice trembles. Read my word, even when it feels quiet. Each act of faith, no matter how small, is a hand reaching toward the bucket of grace that will draw up water once more. You have not failed because you feel empty. You have not lost my favor because you are weary. I see you trying, I see you longing, and I call that faith. Even when you cannot see the way forward, your desire to keep walking toward me is precious in my sight. My dear children, remember this truth. Weakness is not the opposite of faith. It is the soil in which true faith grows. For faith is not the confidence that you are strong, it is the quiet trust that I am. When you finally release your need to be strong, my power fills the space you once tried to fill with your own effort. Look to me now, not to your weakness. Lift your eyes from the dry ground and see the clouds forming above. The rain is coming, not a drizzle, but a steady, renewing rain of my spirit that will soak every corner of your heart. You will not stay barren. You will not remain empty. I am sending refreshment from heaven, and it will come in ways you least expect, through a verse that touches your soul, through a quiet moment of worship, through a gentle word spoken by another believer. I am moving, my dear children, even when you do not yet perceive it. I am preparing streams in your desert. I am softening the hard ground of your heart so that my word may take root again. You are not abandoned in this wilderness. I walk beside you, step by step, whispering truth into the silence. When you stumble, I will lift you. When you cannot walk, I will carry you. When your voice trembles with doubt, I will speak peace over you. My grace is sufficient. My strength is unending. My spirit within you will never run dry. Remember the well that once empty place now overflowing. It is a picture of what I am doing in you. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells within you. That Spirit is life itself. That Spirit is me. And I will not allow your soul to wither. You may feel small, but within you flows the power of eternity. You may feel faint, but your roots are planted in living water. You may feel forgotten, but your name is written on the palm of my hand. Let me renew your inner being. Let me strengthen your heart from within. The world will tell you to seek strength in effort, in control, in success. But I tell you, strength is found in surrender. Lay your head upon my chest and rest. Let my heartbeat remind you that you are safe, that you are loved, that you belong to me. My dear children, I am not asking you to strive, but to receive. I am not asking you to earn, but to trust. Everything your soul longs for is already found in me. Every drought will give way to rain. Every night will give way to dawn. Stay near, my beloved ones. Let this moment mark a turning point from dryness to renewal, from heaviness to peace, from weakness to my strength. For I am the Lord who heals your spirit, who restores your joy, who fills your cup until it overflows. The well of my love will never run dry, and you will never thirst again when you draw from me. My dear children, even now I am breathing new life into your weary soul. What you thought was an ending is not the end at all. It is the sacred moment before renewal. The dry season you have walked through has not been wasted. Every tear, every ache, every silent prayer that rose from your heart has watered the soil of your spirit. I have seen it all, and I am using it all. There are times when I allow you to walk through stillness so that your heart may learn to listen. For it is in the silence that my whisper can be heard most clearly. You have been asking, Lord, why do I feel so far from you? But I tell you, my dear children, you are closer than you think. When the noise fades and the feelings quiet, my presence is no longer something you reach for. It becomes something that dwells within you. The strength you seek is not the loud, blazing kind that conquers mountains in a single shout. It is the quiet strength that holds steady in the storm. It is the deep, steady river that runs beneath the surface, unseen but unstoppable. This is the strength I am placing in your spirit now, the strength that endures, the strength that trusts, the strength that flows from my heart into yours. Do not be afraid of the days when your spirit feels tired. Even the strongest of my children have known that feeling. Elijah felt it beneath the desert tree. David felt it when he cried out, "My soul thirsts for you, O God, in a dry and weary land where there is no water." Yet from those moments of weakness came songs of victory and prayers that still echo through time. So do not despise the dryness, my dear children. It is the place where dependence grows. It is where you stop running and start resting. It is where you discover that I am enough. Look at the world I have made. Every river begins from a hidden spring. Every forest grows from roots you cannot see. And so it is with you. I am deepening your roots now, even when you cannot feel them grow. You are being anchored in my love, so that when the winds of life come, you will not be moved. The well within you is not broken. It is being purified. The water will rise again, clearer, sweeter, stronger. For I am teaching you to drink not from shallow streams, but from the depths of my spirit. My dear children, there is no distance between us that my love cannot bridge. When you feel unworthy, I draw near. When you feel ashamed, I cover you with mercy. When you feel too broken to speak, I listen to the language of your heart. I know every sigh, every thought, every unspoken hope. You may say, "Lord, I am dry, I am empty," but I say, "I am the fullness that fills you." You may whisper, "Lord, I cannot go on," and I reply, "My grace will carry you." You may feel small, but I remind you, my spirit within you is mighty. Do not compare your journey to that of others. Each soul I have made walks through different seasons. Some are in the harvest, some in the drought, and both are under my care. I am the same God in the dry field and in the overflowing one. What looks barren to you is fertile ground in my eyes. The rains of my spirit are coming, not as a flash flood that overwhelms, but as a steady, healing rain that softens, revives, and restores. You will begin to feel my peace returning, gently at first, like dew upon the grass. Then joy will come, quiet and steady, flowing from within like a stream that finds its way after a long drought. Hold on, my dear children. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize. Even now, I am opening the heavens above your life. The clouds that seem dark with sorrow are about to release showers of blessing. The waiting, the longing, the dryness, all of it, will give birth to a new season of spiritual abundance. Do not let the enemy tell you that you are forgotten. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. I have written your name in my book of life. I have surrounded you with angels when you could not see them, and I have carried you through valleys where you thought you walked alone. Listen to me, my dear children. My spirit within you is alive. It is not dormant. It is not fading. It is eternal, and it is rising. You may not feel it all at once, but soon your prayers will flow again. Your worship will awaken again. Your heart will burn again with holy fire. For I am doing a new thing within you. Can you not perceive it? The seeds of renewal are breaking through the soil even now. The first drops of rain have begun to fall. The fragrance of new life is in the air. Do not rush this process. Renewal is not born from haste, but from resting in my timing. Stay in my presence. Let me finish the work I have begun. You will emerge from this season with deeper peace, greater faith, and stronger joy. When you stand again in strength, remember this: it was never your strength that sustained you. It was mine. And because it was mine, it will never run out. So when you face another dry moment in the days to come, do not fear it. Come back to this truth. I am your living water. I am your everlasting well. You will never thirst when you draw from me. My dear children, I long to see you flourish. I delight in your growth. I rejoice in your return. And I promise, as surely as the dawn follows the night, as surely as rain returns to the thirsty land, I will renew your spirit. Be at peace now. Let go of your striving. Let me fill you completely. For I am your Father, your source, your strength in every weakness. And nothing, not even the driest season of your soul, can separate you from my love. My dear children, linger with me a little longer. Do not hurry away from this moment of stillness, for I am not finished pouring peace into your spirit. Let my words settle like gentle rain upon the soil of your heart. Feel them sink deep, reaching the roots of your soul, where life begins anew. You have walked with me through the dry places. You have listened as I spoke of wells once empty, now filled with living water. Now rest in that truth. Breathe it in. The river of my spirit flows within you steady, quiet, eternal. It will not run dry, for I am the source, and I am in you. My dear children, I know that life can still feel uncertain at times. The storms rise, the nights grow long, and your heart may tremble beneath the weight of what you cannot see. But I tell you, Peace is not the absence of the storm. Peace is my presence in the midst of it. When the winds blow and the waves rise, I am the still voice that says, "Be still and know that I am God." I am the calm after the thunder. I am the light that breaks through the clouds. I am the warmth that follows the chill of night. I am the one who wraps you in love when the world feels cold and distant. You are never far from me, my dear children. Even when you wander in thought, even when doubt whispers, even when fear tries to convince you that I am silent, I am still here. My presence is not a flickering candle, it is a sunrise that never fades. My love does not depend on how strong you feel. It depends only on who I am, and I am faithful. You are safe in my hands. The same hands that shaped the stars now hold you. The same voice that spoke the oceans into being now calls your name with tenderness. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead now lives in you, breathing life where there once was emptiness. My dear children, do you see the beauty I am creating within you? What once was barren will bloom again. Where despair once took root, joy will spring up. Where sorrow once lingered, songs of praise will rise. The desert will rejoice and blossom like a garden. For I am the gardener of your soul, and I never abandon my garden. I prune, I tend, I water not to harm, but to heal. When you feel me cutting away the old, it is only to make room for new life. When you sense me stirring the soil of your heart, it is to plant seeds of hope that will grow strong and bear fruit in due time. My children, never doubt that I am at work even in the silence, even in the waiting. You do not always see the roots growing beneath the ground, but they are there, deep and strong, preparing you to stand firm when the winds come again. Rest in that assurance. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. The world will try to pull your gaze toward its chaos, its noise, its endless striving. But lift your eyes to me. Look toward the horizon, where light breaks through the clouds. That light is my promise. It never fails. For it is written, "The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me." Trust me, my dear children, for I am your strength. And when you feel weary, return to this place of stillness. You do not need a grand sanctuary or perfect words, only a willing heart. I dwell not in temples made of stone, but in hearts made humble by love. Wherever you are, I am there. Wherever you whisper my name, I hear you. Wherever you cry out, I come running. You are mine, chosen and cherished. I do not measure you by your moments of weakness. I see you through the eyes of redemption. I see the child I love, not the mistakes you fear define you. I see the faith that still flickers, not the failure you remember. I see what I am making of you, beautiful, whole, radiant with my glory. My dear children, I long for you to walk in peace, not the fleeting peace the world gives, but the deep, quiet peace that comes from knowing you are held, even when life feels uncertain. This peace is not found by running faster or trying harder. It is found in surrender, in the simple act of resting your heart in mine. When you wake each morning, let your first thought be gratitude. Thank me not only for what you see, but for what you cannot yet see. For I am always working, always weaving, always redeeming. Each thread of your story, even the dark ones, will become part of a greater pattern of grace. Let my words be the light that guides you. Let my promises be the strength that holds you. Let my Spirit be the water that refreshes you daily. When you stumble, I will catch you. When you fall, I will lift you. When you weep, I will hold you close until the tears turn to joy. For I am not a distant God watching from afar. I am your Father, walking beside you through every valley, rejoicing with you on every hilltop. Listen closely, my dear children. You are not merely surviving, you are being renewed. Even now, my power is flowing through your spirit. Even now, my peace is wrapping around your heart like a soft cloak. You may not see it yet, but you are rising. You are healing. You are becoming what I always dreamed you would be: strong, gentle, radiant with my light. Do not let fear steal your song. Sing again, even if it begins as a whisper. Praise is the sound of your spirit waking up. Worship is the rain that keeps your well full. Each time you lift your heart to me, I pour more of myself into you. And as I fill you, my dear children, I call you to share this light with others. Do not hide what I have done for you. Speak of my goodness. Let others see the peace that rests upon your face, the hope that shines in your eyes. For there are many around you walking through their own dry seasons, longing for a word of comfort, a glimpse of light. You may be the reflection of my love they need to see. As this time together draws to a gentle close, I bless you now with my peace, the peace that passes all understanding. Let it guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Let it flow through you like a river, calm and clear. Let it still the storms within and around you. Where there is confusion, I speak clarity. Where there is fear, I breathe courage. Where there is sorrow, I plant joy. Where there is weariness, I give rest. You are never alone, my dear children, not in the night, not in the day, not in the silence. I walk beside you. I go before you. I cover you from behind. My hand is upon you, my spirit within you, my angels around you. You are surrounded by love that will never let go. And when the days feel long and the world seems heavy, come back to this truth. I am your strength in weakness. I am your living water. I am your peace. I am your God. Now, go forth from this moment, not in your own power, but in mine. Walk gently, speak kindly, love deeply. Shine the light I have placed within you, and let others drink from the well that overflows through you. My dear children, if this message has brought peace to your heart, if it has reminded you of my love, then let it continue to ripple outward. Share it as you would share a cup of water with the thirsty. Let others hear these words, that they too may know my comfort. I invite you, in love, to reflect on what you've heard. Write your thoughts. Speak your gratitude. Let your voice join with others who seek my presence. And if this message has blessed you, share it, not out of duty, but out of love, that more of my children may find their way to the well of my peace.